Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Sheridan County Journal-Star.net broadcast of Mustang basketball. Tonight it is the Battle of Sheridan County, the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Hay Springs Hawks ready to get it on here from Gordon. 10 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the pregame warm-ups here for both of these teams. Glad to have you along with us tonight, and the JV games took a little bit longer than what we had anticipated. I noticed as soon as we went live, we had a whole bunch of you jumped on all at the same time, and probably thinking the same thing that we were, and those just took a little longer than what we had really expected. So 10 minutes away from the opening tip, girls varsity action between the Hay Springs Hawks and the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Always a lot of fun when these two teams get together. Let's take a look at the starters for these two teams here this evening. For the visiting Hay Springs Hawks, they come into tonight's contest with a season record of 3 wins and 7 losses. Starters this evening, number 10 is Emma Roberts. Number 14, Josie Varvel. Number 20 is Caitlin Agler. Number 32 is Jessie Badge. And number 50 is Haley Summers. For the Mustangs, starters tonight, number 11, Rianne Ferguson. Number 12, Callie Schultz. Number 15 is Sierra Garrett. Number 30, Jacoby Knight. And number 40, Gracie Perez. The Mustangs with a season record of 6 wins and 6 losses after they lost a heartbreaker on Saturday afternoon at Bayard. Had a 2-point lead with 7 seconds to go and fell with a 3-pointer at the buzzer to the Bayard Tigers on the road on Saturday afternoon. So 6-6 the season record for the Lady Mustangs coming into this one. Thanks for joining us. We'll step aside for a few words from our sponsors, and we'll be back in about 8.5 minutes for the starting lineups here on Sheridan County Journal-Star.net.
You won't notice any untamed acreage here, a retaining wall that needs rebuilding, or an old gnarled tree stump in the middle of a field. Why? Because it's already been taken care of. That's why. New Holland has the power and versatility to create whatever world you imagine. Get 0% financing for up to 84 months on any compact tractor at your local New Holland dealer. New Holland, equipped for a new world.
Oh.
Hinn's Home Furnishings of Gordon is gearing up for our annual tax return sale with big savings store-wide. Hinn's Home Furnishings has a great selection of couches, recliners, mattresses, appliances, dining room sets, and more. We also carry a wide variety of quality flooring and even offer installation. Hinn's Home Furnishings also offers free local delivery. Come check us out at 122 North Main Street in Gordon. Remember, even if we don't have what you're looking for, we can get it for you.
You okay?
What happened?
Dad kind of walked into my swing.
Don't you mean Dad kind of ruined our Hawaii fund?
I should go to the hospital.
There goes the airfare. I don't think health insurance will cover all of that.
That's what I'm saying.
Without that cash from
Affleck!
we might have to choose between Hawaii or your face.
Hawaii.
What?
Oh, Hawaii.
You might have less coverage than you think. Visit Aflac.com and keep your lifestyle healthy.
Affleck!
About 6.5 minutes left to go in the pregame warm-ups here, and I may be just a little bit biased. We see a lot of different bands on our travels throughout the basketball season, but the young folks here at Gordon-Rushville do some of the very best work of anywhere that we go, and do a great job of creating a fantastic basketball atmosphere here for us, and we certainly do appreciate that. As often as we can, we try to give you a sample of some of their musical creations, and it looks like they got the microphone set up, and at the half, I would guess we're probably going to be treated to some sounds from their commercial music class. The problem we have with that, we would love to bring that to you. The one time that we did that, they do such a good job that YouTube flags the broadcast as a copyright infringement and shuts it off to most, if not all of you. And so we certainly don't want that to happen. And so my advice to you is, if you want to get in on some of that fantastic work that's done by these young folks, is to come and experience it live and in person here, as they really do a great job. George Ming does a fantastic job with the band kids here, and so I encourage you to come on out and take that in for yourself. 5 minutes left to go before we get this one underway. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll have lots of opportunities to talk about sponsors of tonight's action, but let's run through those one time before we get going. Gordon True Value, Superfoods, an Ideal Market in Rushville, Hub International, Open Range Beef, Gordon Dental, Hins Clothing Center, the First National Bank of Gordon, Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan, Strong Insurance, the Bank of the West, the Italian Inn, Modern Farm Equipment, Gordon Memorial Health Services, and Hins Home Furnishings. And this is the Gordon Memorial pregame report. Thank you very much for joining us. Glad to have you along here this evening. Gives us the opportunity to let you know that Gordon Memorial Health Services would like to announce the addition of Renee Fortin to the Physical Therapy Department as a registered and licensed occupational therapist. I believe we've even got a picture to go along with this. If we can make everything do what we want it to do here. There we go. Renee Fortin is at the Gordon Memorial Health Services every Tuesday and Thursday. If you'd like to schedule an appointment, please contact your medical provider today. That is Gordon Memorial Health Services in Gordon. Working our way down to the introductions of the starting lineups. We'll get this cleared out. There's a look at the band, and hopefully they've got one more song ready to go, and if they do, we'll turn it over to them just a little bit early and let you enjoy that as we work our way through the final 3 minutes before we get to the introductions and the national anthem. So it does not look like we've got the band set up to do one more song for us. We will get ready to go here with, bear with me here while we get our volumes adjusted and everything ready to go. All right, trying to do just a little bit of housekeeping here. Thanks for bearing with us while we work all of this out. Always a lot of fun when Hay Springs and Gordon-Rushville get together. Glad to have you along with us here this evening.
With the dawn of every new day come countless new demands. At New Holland, we know the value of reliable planting. That's why our P-Series air carts and drills give you precise control over your seeding, increasing accuracy and yield. When it comes time to harvest, the CR Series Combine offers superior quality, minimal grain loss, and increased visibility. Challenges will vary from day to day, but your answers to them won't. New Holland, equipped for a new world.
Hins Home Furnishings of Gordon is gearing up for our annual tax return sale with big savings store-wide. Hins Home Furnishings has a great selection of couches, recliners, mattresses, appliances, dining room sets, and more. We also carry a wide variety of quality flooring and even offer installation. Hins Home Furnishings also offers free local delivery. Come check us out at 122 North Main Street in Gordon. Remember, even if we don't have what you're looking for, we can get it for you.
not using foul language or ridiculing others, respecting the facilities, and picking up your trash. Applauding all good shots or plays, and most of all, keeping the games fun and enjoyable.
And memorable. Cheering for your team and not against your opponents. Just be great fans. With your help on all these things, it'll be a great match.
Good luck to all our opponents and the Mustangs. Remember, it's always a great day to be a Mustang.
Now please rise for the national anthem.
Singing tonight's national anthem is Faith Bramer, a junior at Gordon-Rushville High School.
Basketball game between the visiting Big Springs Hawks and the visiting Mustangs. Starting lineup for Big Springs, number 10, senior Emma Roberts. Number 14, freshman Joyce Bartle. Number 20, sophomore Caitlin Agler. Number 32, junior Jessica Badge. And number 50, senior Haley Summers. Haley Schultz, number 15, sophomore Sierra Garrett, number 30, sophomore Jacoby Lee, and number 40, junior Gracie Perez.
So there are the starting lineups ready to go. We apologize for having to cut the sound there. We've got some copyrighted music. Again, you know the drill on that. I don't want to bugger up your broadcast and have this unavailable to everybody, and so had to do that, but we are ready to go. Let's take one more quick look at those lineups. For the Hay Springs Hawks, number 10, Emma Roberts. Number 14 is Josie Varvel. Number 20 is Caitlin Agler. Number 32, Jessie Badge. And number 50, Haley Summers. For the Mustangs, it'll be Rianne Ferguson, Callie Schultz, Sierra Garrett, Jacoby Knight, and Gracie Perez on the floor to start things off this evening. 8 minutes on the first quarter clock, ready to get things going. Sierra Garrett in the center circle to jump it up against Emma Roberts. And we are underway. That one tapped out of there and tipped out of bounds. It'll be Mustang basketball. And Gracie Perez will toss it in for the Mustangs here. Into the corner to Schultz, right back to Perez. Now they'll go down to that low block for Garrett, picked up by Schultz. She lost the handle. Roberts comes out of there with it. Turnover by the Mustangs. Here come the Hawks. Roberts comes up across the timeline, looks across court. There is Summers, thought about the pull-up jumper. Now she'll shoot, can't get it to go. That is Badge down inside with the offensive rebound, and she is fouled. That first foul on Sierra Garrett. 7:38 to go, and that'll be a pair of free throws right out of the gate for Jessie Badge. First one is good. So Hay-Springs draws first blood. The second free throw no good. Here's Jacoby Knight up the right side. Looks in, now into the corner for Ferguson. Goes down to the block for Garrett, right back out to Knight. She'll try the three-pointer. That one's short off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Summers, and then a foul called on the Mustangs. We'll see who they give that one to. 7:25 to go in this first quarter. Didn't get a good look as the official made that call over at the scorer's table. Mustangs with full court pressure. Callie Schultz is going to be called for her first foul. Actually, maybe that's 2 on Schultz, as now they've got it up there. That might be 2 quick fouls on Callie. 7:19 to go in the first quarter. This is Varvel from the baseline. That won't fall. And Knight clears the rebound for the Mustangs. Knight ahead to Garrett, through her fingers and out of bounds. Now Beth Bragg comes in, as I believe that is 2 fouls on Callie Schultz. Never did put that second one up on the board. But Bragg in for Schultz, unofficially with 2 fouls. Roberts over the top. This is Agler, kicks it out. Badge with the shot. That won't fall, but she is fouled, and it'll be 2 more free throws for Jessie Badge. That foul called on Rianne Ferguson, her first, and so fouls adding up in a hurry for the Mustangs in the early going here. The first free throw by Badge, no good. Makes her 1 for 3 on the night. She's missed them both. Garrett with the rebound, the held ball call, and the alternating possession in favor of Hay Springs. 1-0 in favor of the Hawks. 6:53 to go first quarter. Summers catches, kicks it out. This is Varvel for 3. That one is good. Varvel with 3 points, makes it a 4-0 ball game. Here's Knight down onto the baseline for Ferguson, and back to Knight. Bring it up between the circles to Bragg. And now back to Ferguson, finds Knight. Looks in, now she'll try to drive baseline, leaves it for Garrett. Garrett's double teamed, they'll kick it out to Ferguson. And now back to Knight in the corner, back down to the block for Garrett. Mustangs really like that matchup down low, but there's Gracie Perez. Nice feed that time by Garrett to find Perez for the easy lay-in, makes it 4-2. Well, Roberts brings it up, finds Badge cutting down the lane. Easy layup there for Jessie Badge. She's got 3 points to lead the way for the Hawks. Here's Perez out on the wing. Guarded by Badge. Now they'll go high post for Ferguson, and she is going to be pushed, and a foul on the floor. That goes against Badge, her first, and the first foul on the Hay Springs Hawks. 5:48 to go, first quarter. Perez all the way over the top to Knight, and they'll set the offense. Knight, top of the key with the dribble, works to her right. Now goes high post for Garrett. Kicks it back out to Knight. Right back down low for Garrett, and she's going to be fouled by Summers, trying to deny that entry pass. That'll be her first. Over the top they go again. Knight works it to the top of the key to start the offense. Here's Bragg, down low for Ferguson. Turnaround jumper from the block, that won't fall. Tipped around, out of bounds. Gonna stay with the Mustangs with 5:23 to go. Now Grace Anderson checks into the game. She'll take the place of Gracie Perez in the Mustang lineup. This time it'll be Knight inbounding it. Tried to get it into Garrett, but right there to take it away was Badge. Long pass down the floor, tipped out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Hay Springs Hawks as that was Beth Bragg giving chase, but couldn't quite control it. 6-2, Hay Springs with a 4-point lead in the early going. Get it into Badge. Drives into the lane and loses it, taken away by Garrett. Mustangs with a 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Beth Bragg takes the pass, lays it up, but she is fouled by Varvel, and she'll have 2 free throws. So Beth Bragg at the line with 5:05 to go, first quarter. First one falls off, no good. Now Jayla Bramer in for Ferguson. Bragg lines up the second. That one also no good. Tipped around, Summers clears it. Now a 3-on-1 for Hay Springs. Varvel cut off there on good defense by Beth Bragg to get back and get in the middle of that play. Here's Roberts, and a blocking foul going to be called, I think, on Grace Anderson. That'll be Anderson's first, and that is the 5th foul on the Mustangs in this first quarter, not even halfway through the first quarter. That shot no good, and here comes Bragg the other way. Bragg, nice feed to Garrett. Nice finish that time. Good job running the floor by Sierra Garrett. Beth Bragg with a nifty little pass to find her. 2-point lead for the Hawks. Roberts drives all the way in. That one's off the front of the rim. Out to Summers. Tries to go inside, but there's Knight scooping it up. She loses the handle. They go down low for Roberts. She can't finish. Tipped around. It'll be Hay Springs Hawk basketball. 4:20 to go in this first quarter. Varvel takes that inbounds pass. Squares up, looks. Now she'll kick it out to Roberts. Around to Summers. Right back inside. Mustangs got a hand on it, but Varvel comes out of there with it. Tipped out to Agler. Here's Summers for 3. Short off the front of the rim. Agler with the rebound. That won't fall. And Knight clears the rebound for the Mustangs. Here comes Beth Bragg quickly up the floor. Mustangs trying to find some points in transition. They look down low for Bramer. Bramer, one dribble, shot up off the side of the glass and pulled down by Badge, but she stepped on the end line trying to find some room to work, and she steps on the end line and turns it right back over to Gordon-Rushville with 3:47 to go in the first quarter. 2-point advantage for Hay Springs. Anderson looks, needs to get it in, finds Bramer, turnaround, puts it up, that won't go. Ball loose on the floor, and here is Summers, who clears that rebound and then throws it away. Throws it out of bounds. She was expecting, I think that was Roberts, to be heading down the sideline, led her a little bit too much and threw it away. Now Perez comes back in for Anderson. So Beth Bragg crosses the timeline, sets it up onto the left side for Knight. High post for Garrett, right through her hands, picked up by Badge, and back the other way come the Hay Springs Hawks. Badge on the dribble all the way in, lost it and out of bounds, but it'll stay with Hay Springs. 3:23 now left to go in the first quarter. Mustangs getting set defensively. Roberts over the top to Summers. That's picked up by Bragg, 2-on-1. Bragg is fouled. 2 shots for Beth Bragg. That was, again, on Jessie Badge. That is her second. Beth Bragg 0 for 2 from the line tonight. Make that 1 for 3. Now Shelby Holbert into the game. Garrett out, Ferguson back in, and she'll take the place of Perez. Beth Bragg with a chance to tie this one up for the Mustangs with 3:20 to go. Rolls that one, but not quite enough. Falls off the front of the rim. Here's Roberts coming back the other way. Roberts spin move, evades trouble, kicks it into the corner. Tried to go right back down into Roberts, but it's out of bounds, as that was Bailey Sherbarth into the game for Hay Springs. Roberts finds Agler in the paint. That shot won't fall. A rebound by Knight for the Mustangs. 3 minutes left to go, first quarter. Knight brings it up the far side. Ahead to Ferguson, back out to Knight. Thought about the three, good head fake into the lane. Scoop shot up and good. And for the first time tonight, Mustangs with the lead at 7-6, 2:45 to go in the first quarter. So here's Roberts triggering the offense. Spin move down the lane. Throws that shot up, won't go, and the rebound by Beth Bragg. Mustangs on the run again. Ahead they go to Knight. 3-on-1. Knight backs in. Bramer, layup, good. And Jayla Bramer puts the Mustangs up 9-6, and this is a 7-0 run by the Mustangs. They now lead it 9-6. Timeout on the floor called by Hay Springs. Folks, the Italian Inn in Gordon serves up delicious burgers and steaks, as well as great Italian food and much more. And that's all in a friendly hometown atmosphere. They are open for lunch and dinner. The Italian Inn is located, of course, at 200 North Main Street in Gordon. Come bank with the best. The Bank of the West offers all banking services, including mortgages. Come enjoy their welcoming atmosphere. The coffee pot is always on at the Bank of the West. Family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company offering all forms of insurance. Stop in today at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. And the certified public accounting firm of Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan wishes good luck to the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Visit with CPAs Sarah Ritgarn or Mike Coombs or any of the other professional staff at 216 South Main Street in Gordon. Or you can call 282-0842 for all of your tax, payroll, and accounting needs. Of course, GLR CPAs have big firm capability and small town personality. Go Mustangs! From Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan. 2:25 to go, first quarter. Mustangs lead it by 3, 9-6 on a 7-0 run here late in this first quarter. Here is Varvel driving to the baseline, cut off there. Out to Roberts, she'll drive baseline, shot up, she is fouled. Shot won't go, but that'll be free throws for Emma Roberts. First free throw is good for Roberts. And so is the second. Back to a 1-point game. 2:10 to go, first quarter. Knight drives into the lane, leaves it for Ferguson. Nice move that time. Great look for Knight. Easy shot for Rianne Ferguson, and the nice finish pushes the lead back to 3 at 11-8 with under 2 to go in the first quarter. And now the Mustang student section on their feet. There's a tip ball by Shelby Holbert. It's off of Sherbarth. Mustang basketball. So good defense that time by the diminutive Shelby Holbert. Got her hand in there and got the turnover for the Mustangs. So here's Beth Bragg between the circles. Now to Knight. Into the corner. This is Bramer. Back to Knight, but a little bit too far, and that's scooped up by the Hawks. And then Beth Bragg gets in there and gets the held ball call, and that'll be in favor of the Mustangs. 1:31 to go, Mustang basketball in the first quarter. Garrett back onto the floor. Bramer out. Perez coming back into the game as well, and Beth Bragg back to the bench. Callie Schultz with those 2 quick fouls early on in the quarter. We haven't seen her since. Perez looks to inbound it, finds Ferguson all alone. Off glass and good. 2 more for Rianne Ferguson. She's got 4 on the night. 1:25 to go, and the lead now to 8 for the Mustangs. Biggest lead of the night for Gordon-Rushville. Here's Roberts working against Garrett. Works off of the screen, loses it, gets it back. Now, whoa! Now Roberts throws an elbow. Garrett hit the deck. That was a vicious elbow by Emma Roberts, trying to find some room. No call. 1:05 to go. Agler out. And now into the game, number 42. That's Jaden Anderson. Roberts going to tie her shoe. Student section on their feet as this one's going to roll out of bounds. It'll be Mustang basketball, as that was Sherbarth trying to track that down, but unsuccessfully. Mustang basketball, 1 minute left to go in this first quarter. Shelby Holbert crosses the timeline, goes to work against this Haysprings Hawk defense. Double team on Knight, feeds it to Garrett down low. That one won't fall. Garrett battling for the rebound with Summers. Summers comes out of there with it. Now she'll bring it up the floor. Summers all the way in, shot up a little bit too hard. Garrett there to clear the rebound for the Mustangs. 33 seconds to work for Gordon-Rushville. Here comes Knight down the right side. Knight slows it up, now backs in against Roberts. Now she'll pull it back out. Up top for Perez, here's Holbert. Holbert looks in, now back out to Perez. High post for Garrett, lost the handle on it. Roberts able to get it out to Sherbarth with 13 seconds to go. Sherbarth with the left hand. Cross-court pass to Anderson. And now to Varvel. Varvel for 3 with 5 seconds to go. That one's short off the front of the rim, gets her own rebound, puts it up. That won't fall. And Roberts is going to be fouled. Roberts fouled, and she'll have free throws coming, and that's a 1-and-1 opportunity now for Emma Roberts. She's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. It's now Garrett, Perez, and Ferguson to the bench. Anderson, Bramer, and Bragg back in there for Gordon-Rushville. 1 second left on the clock. First one is good for Roberts. Makes it 13-9. Roberts lines up the second. That one's off the back iron, no good. End of the quarter, Mustangs out in front, 13-9.
When you go to a doctor or hospital, your insurance company pays for this much. The rest is on you. So if these are the savings you'll dip into while you're out of work, Aflac can help. Helps to cover the stuff that isn't covered by your regular insurance, so your bills won't be totally bananas.
Oh, that's what Aflac is.
Apply during your company's annual open enrollment. Stock up on benefits, you're set for the year.
Proudly celebrating over 125 years, that is the First National Bank of Gordon. That's 125 years of locally made decisions in supporting our community. Ask about their competitive student checking accounts. Good luck this season, Mustangs, from the First National Bank in Gordon. Ready to get quarter number 2 underway. Mustangs lead it by 4, 13-9. Rianne Ferguson with 4 points to lead the way for the Mustangs. Sierra Garrett with 2, Jayla Bramer with 2, Jacoby Knight and Gracie Perez each with 2, and Beth Bragg with 1. For the Haysprings Hawks, Emma Roberts with 3, Josie Varvel with 3, Jessie Badge has 3, and that rounds out the Haysprings scoring. They go down low for Varvel, can't get that one to fall, and the rebound by Bramer. Beth Bragg wanted to go down the floor in a hurry, but Haley Summers was able to get a hand up and tip that one back out of bounds to slow the break up for the Mustangs. 7:45 to go, just underway in the second quarter. Here's Grace Anderson, drives in, kicks it out into the corner for Bramer. Bramer looks, now back up to the wing and around to Knight at the high post. Free throw line for Knight, spins, goes down low for Bramer. Lost it, got it back. That shot altered by Agler a little bit. Not a clean shot that time by Bramer. Roberts looks ahead. She's got Summers in the lane. Shot up, that won't fall. And rebounded by Bramer. Here's Bragg back the other way. Beth Bragg to Knight, off her fingertips and out of bounds. Mustangs turn it over with 7:09 to go in the second quarter. And now Callie Schultz back onto the floor. Jacoby Knight will get a well-earned breather. So Schultz with those 2 quick fouls in the first quarter. Back onto the floor now for the Mustangs. Here's Roberts setting the offense between the circles. Mustangs in a man-to-man, and there is Jessie Badge underneath the basket, and that'll be the 3rd foul on Callie Schultz. Count the basket for Jessie Badge. And the chance for the 3-point play. And just like that, Callie Schultz with her 3rd foul back to the bench. 6:56 to go, second quarter. And that is the 3-point play, makes it 13-11. Here's Anderson into the corner for Bramer, puts it on the floor, drives baseline, pull-up jumper, that won't go, rebounded by Roberts. Roberts looks ahead, she's got Jessie Badge. Badge cut off there, tipped out of there by Bramer on her way by, but it'll stay with Hay Springs. 6:38 to go, second quarter. 1-point game, 13-12 in the second quarter. They'll get it into Summers. Summers will kick it out to Agler. Now back to Roberts, head fake, drives baseline, pull-up jumper rolls off, no good. Battle for the rebound, and that'll be Mustang basketball on the alternating possession. Beth Bragg in there doing battle for the rebound that time. So 8 fouls on the Mustangs in this first half. So Hay Springs in the bonus the rest of the way, just 4 on the Hawks. Bragg across to Anderson, into the corner. This is Ferguson. Ferguson back out to Holbert. They'll reverse it around to Anderson. And now to Bragg on the wing, into the corner for Bramer. Now they go back the other way. Hay Springs in the zone defense. Feed it inside to Bramer, now back out to Bragg. They had Holbert wide open under the basket, but couldn't get it to her. And the held ball, and this will be Hay Springs basketball this time. Knight comes back into the game. And who's going to come out for the Mustangs? Looks like Bragg. Knight back in. The Mustangs kind of feeling their way along without Callie Schultz in the lineup for the vast majority of this first half. Probably won't see her again until the third quarter, I would guess. So here is Roberts kicking it out to Summers at the free throw line, trying to find some room, pivots around, pivots some more, and now back to Roberts, drives baseline. Spin move in the lane, up and good. Nice move that time by Emma Roberts. She's got 5 points. That's her first field goal of the night, and it puts Hay Springs back in the lead at 14-13. There's a shot by Bramer, high off the glass and good. Jayla Bramer has 4 points. And now the Mustangs back in front by 1. So here's Varvel, picks up her dribble, finds Badge, kicks it across to Agler. Drives baseline, shot off the side of the glass, and rebounded by Bramer. Grace Anderson will bring it up the far side. Ahead to the corner, this is Knight. Looking, nothing there. Now she'll bring it around. Down the lane she goes, shot up, won't fall, but she is fouled. It'll be free throws for Jacoby Knight. Give that one to Jessie Badge. That should be number 3 on her. We have a problem here in Gordon. They don't do a very good job of putting up the fouls on the scoreboard to know who that foul went against. My count, that is number 3 on Badge. The first one by Knight is no good. So Badge will have to come out of that game. I think that is the third on her. She's replaced in the lineup by Jaden Anderson. 5th team foul on Hay Springs. Knight sends the second one through for a Mustang point and extends that lead to 2 with 4:45 to go in the second quarter. Varble crosses the timeline. That one's poked away by Holbert. Varble gets it back, loses it again, and now the Mustangs are going to try and put the trap on. Able to get out of trouble is Varble. And now back to Sherbar. She's guarded closely by Anderson, picks up her dribble in a bad spot. That one loose on the floor and picked up by Anderson. Now Summers brings it to the right wing. She's guarded closely by Jacoby Knight. Summers around. Now to Agler on the wing. Out into the corner for Varble. She'll try the three. Good! Varble lights the lamp. She's got a pair of three-pointers tonight, and that puts Hay Springs back in front by 1. Grace Anderson into the corner for Garrett. Quickly down to the block for Knight. Kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way. Good! Gracie Perez for 3. She's got 5 in the game, and the Mustangs back up by 2. 3:43 to go in the second quarter. Great back and forth action here in the first half from Gordon. Glad to have you along with us. Here's Summers. Summers on the dribble. That one's tipped but picked up by Agler. Back out to Summers at the top of the key. She'll spot up for 3. That one no good. Knight with the rebound. 3:20 to go. Jacoby Knight quickly up the floor. No advantage. Knight's going to push it though down the lane. Can't get that little floater to fall. Ball tipped around, and it's going to finally be picked up and controlled by the Mustangs. Here's Perez for 3 again. Gracie Perez, 2 in a row. 22-19. Back to that 5-point advantage. This equals the biggest lead of the night for the Mustangs. Summers free throw line, and she is fouled by Gracie Perez on the reach. And that'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity. That is the first on Perez. Puts Haley Summers at the line for the 1-and-1. That is the 9th team foul on the Mustangs, so Hay Springs will have the double bonus for the final 2:49 of this first half. So Haley Summers with the 1-and-1 here. Lines it up and can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Garrett. Quickly down the floor, had Holbert by herself, but Roberts takes it away. Emma Roberts brings it back up the floor for Hay Springs. All the way down to the baseline, now reverses direction, now picks up her dribble. Roberts double team, trying to find some room, finds Sherbarth, or excuse me, that was Agler, blocked by the Mustangs. Here's Knight the other direction. Knight slows it up, pulls it back out, 2:22 to go. Knight on the wing, the Mustangs lead it by 5. Garrett in the corner. And now Knight. Knight will put it on the floor, backs in. Spin move in the lane, finds Garrett all by herself. Garrett couldn't convert, gets the rebound, puts that one back, that won't fall. And then the box out by Ferguson, but I think that was more of a reaction to Brianne Ferguson taking an elbow to the noggin. Reacted, and it looked like a pretty violent box out attempt that time. Brianne's going to be called for the foul, holding her head as she heads over to the bench. Now she'll stay in the game. So this will be Agler with 2 shots here, her first 2 attempts of the night. First one is good. I didn't see exactly how that transpired, but Brianne Ferguson came out on the short end of the stick that time with the shot to the head and the foul. Now Varble back into the game. Caitlin Agler lines up the second one with 2:01 to go in the half, and she made them both. 3-point game with 2 minutes left to go. Here's Holbert crossing the timeline, setting the offense for the Mustangs. Bramer down low, and she is going to be fouled on the floor. Mustangs basketball out of bounds. Didn't see who they called that foul on. So here's Perez to toss it in. Finds Garrett down low. She is nearly fouled by Summers. No foul called. Here's Holbert. She can't get it to fall. Emma Roberts clears it and heads up the floor for Hay Springs. Back out to Agler. 1:34 to go. Varvel for three. That one won't go, and we got a foul. They're going to say no. Yes, they will call a foul. I think they got Emma Roberts for coming over the back, and that is not a fair matchup, as Emma Roberts, not super tall, but compared to Shelby Holbert, there's a pretty big size mismatch. She came over the back of Holbert that time, and that puts the Mustangs into the 1-and-1 bonus. Shelby Holbert at the line for the opportunity here with 1:28 to go in the half. First one up and rolls around, finds its way home. 23-19. And a second opportunity now for Shelby Holbert. Second one, nothing but net that time. And now there's a takeaway by Jayla Bramer. Kicks it out. Knight, three-pointer from the corner. In and out, no good. Ferguson with the rebound. The putback won't go. Garrett with the putback. That time it is good. Cleaned up nicely that time by Sierra Garrett. She's got 4 points in the first half. The Mustangs with full court pressure now. 1:10 to go. Over the top they go. This is Anderson, nearly traveled with it. Ahead to Agler, now a 2-on-1 for the Hawks. Over the top, that one's no good. Summers turnaround putback, that won't fall. And the battle for the rebound. Ferguson in there doing battle with Jaden Anderson. It's off of Ferguson. It'll be Hay Springs basketball. 59 seconds left to go in this first half. Roberts gets it in, and then it's taken away. Garrett out ahead. Holbert picks it up and lays it up, but can't finish. Knight with the putback. That one falls in. Jacoby Knight's got 5 points. And now that Mustang lead starting to grow. That one thrown away. Roberts had Agler over there, but missed her and throws it out of bounds. 9-point Mustang lead with 42 seconds. Gordon-Rushville with a chance to extend this lead to double digits at the half. So they will bring in some instant offense in the form of Gracie Perez. Shelby Holbert comes out. Ferguson will trigger it this time. Into the corner they go for Perez. Steps out behind the line. It's good! 3 more for Gracie Perez. 3 for 3 from behind the arc tonight. 27 seconds left to go. The Mustangs extending that lead and then taken away by Garrett. Knight up, good! The Mustangs with a big push right here at the end of the half. 13 seconds to go. They get it into Anderson. Back to Roberts. Taken away again. Bramer to Garrett. Garrett taking her time. She wants the assist. Finds Ferguson. And that will end the first half. What a flurry to finish that first half by the Mustangs. They finish it 35-19. What a run in the last 2 minutes by Gordon-Rushville to blow this one open. Let's take a look at some unofficial scoring totals. Let's just go right down the line. Rhiann Ferguson with 6, Shelby Holbert with 2, Sierra Garrett with 4, Beth Bragg with 1, Jayla Bramer with 4, Jacoby Knight with 7, Gracie Perez with 11. First half points on 3 for 3 shooting from behind the arc for Gracie Perez. For Hay Springs, Emma Roberts has 5, Josie Varvel has 6, Caitlin Agler with 2, Jessie Badge has 6, and that is all the scoring for Hay Springs. At the half, it is Gordon-Rushville 35 and Hay Springs 19.
There is a new world out there, revealing itself in unpredictable ways. A world that demands more from the land and those who grow, farm, and build on it. This new world calls for the ingenuity to get more out of it, while preserving as much as we can. After all, to stay ahead of tomorrow, we need to be equipped for it today.
Hinn's Home Furnishings of Gordon is gearing up for our annual tax return sale with big savings store-wide. Hinn's Home Furnishings has a great selection of couches, recliners, mattresses, appliances, dining room sets, and more. We also carry a wide variety of quality flooring and even offer installation. Hinn's Home Furnishings also offers free local delivery. Come check us out at 122 North Main Street in Gordon. Remember, even if we don't have what you're looking for, we can get it for you.
You're at brunch. You want to go sweet, but you also want savory. What do? You order the brunch explosion. Boom. It's the same thing as Aflac. All right, look, you have major medical insurance, but you also need to make sure your bases are covered. So if you get stuck with an unexpected medical bill and your regular insurance doesn't pay for everything, Aflac pays you cash to help you get through it.
Oh, that's what Aflac is.
That's what Aflac is.
Well, we talked about this just a little bit earlier, but Gordon Memorial Health Services would like to announce the addition of Renee Fortin to the physical therapy department as a registered and licensed occupational therapist. Fortin is at Gordon Memorial Health Services every Tuesday and Thursday. To schedule an appointment, please contact your medical provider today. Folks, say thanks to the partner sponsors of tonight's broadcast. We'll give you a little more.
And I feel this is the most sterile site there is.
Justin Franzen, you guys get the dry sense of you.
The funniest person on the basketball team is you come tonight because she has no children.
mightily with our technology here. Apologize for that as we tried to get you some sound for the halftime presentation there. Some fun stuff, I think probably put on by the video production class, but we'll see if we can do better if they do that again for the boys' halftime. But at any rate, we've got things figured out, and we are about 4.5 minutes away from the third quarter. Mustangs with a huge run in the final 2 minutes of the second quarter. They now lead at 35-19 over the Hay Springs Hawks at the half. We will mute the sound and step aside for just a few minutes. Thanks for joining us here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. So we are just about ready to head towards the third quarter here from Gordon. Mustangs out in front 35-19. Let's take another quick look at those scoring totals for Hay Springs unofficially. Jesse Badge and Josie Varvel each with 6 points apiece. Emma Roberts with 5 and Caitlin Agler with 2. For the Mustangs, Gracie Perez lit it up in the second quarter, 3 for 3 from behind the three-point line. She's got 11 points to lead all scorers here in the first half. Jacoby Knight with 7, Rhianne Ferguson with 6, Jayla Bramer and Sierra Garrett each with 4, Shelby Holbert with 2, and Beth Bragg with 1. And that closes out the scoring in the first half for the Mustangs. After the first quarter, the Mustangs led at 13-9, but that 4-point lead exploded in the last 2 minutes of the second quarter. Mustangs put some full court pressure on those last couple minutes. Several takeaways led to easy layups, and the Mustangs have opened up a little bit of a lead here at the half. Just about ready to get things going. The big story of the night, 3 fouls by Callie Schultz in that first half, and so she played probably all total less than a minute of game time. She is back in there now to start this third quarter, playing with those 3 fouls. And the Mustangs get it underway here in the second half. Here's Knight on the wing. Around to Ferguson and now over to Schultz. Man-to-man defense by the Hawks. They go down low for Garrett. Off glass, good. Count the basket and 1. think they gave that to Emma Roberts, but I cannot be completely sure. Free throw is no good by Garrett. So here is Roberts ahead to Summers, nearly taken away by Schultz. Summers to the baseline, cut off there, left it for Badge. She's got it, flips it behind her head. Here's Callie Schultz. Callie down the floor, drives in, absorbs some contact, off glass, and good. Callie's first 2 points of the game. Badge back out to Roberts. Roberts has it taken away by Knight. 3-on-1, ahead to Schultz. Schultz down the lane, lays it up, and can't get it to fall. Gets her own rebound. The putback is good. Forgot to adjust the score sheet as we got going here. Into the corner for Summers. Summers now taken away by Ferguson and ahead to Knight. Jacoby Knight with the left hand up. That one won't go. Schultz is there, but the rebound cleared by Badge, taken away by Knight. Knight shot up, won't go, and that is going to be the foul on Jessie Badge. That is number 4 on Badge. 6:39 to go in this third quarter, and she'll have to leave the floor with 4 fouls. Try to preserve that for a little more game time later on. Here he is, Knight with her free throw. It won't fall. 5 fresh Hawks onto the floor. Try and get a look at who all of this is. Riley Wolken in there, along with Sherbarth, Anderson. Second one is good. Try to give you some more idea of who all we have in the game as we go forward here. Aaron Kadlacek into the game as well. That one tipped and taken away by Schultz. Ahead to Knight. And she's going to be called for the double dribble. That was tipped out of her hands. The referee on the far side made that call. Called for the double dribble, and so it'll be a turnover. Also in the game, number 34, that's Hannah Wool. She'll toss it in to Bailey Sherbarth. She'll bring it up the floor. Across the timeline for the Hawks. Back to Wool. Wool with the left hand nearly has it taken away. Now here's Anderson. Into the corner she goes for Sherbarth. Tried to go baseline, but cut off there. Anderson picks up the loose ball. Back to Sherbarth in the corner. Sherbarth looks across. That is picked up by Kadlacek. Now back to Sherbarth between the circles. Under 6 to go in the third quarter. That one taken away by Garrett. Ahead to Knight. Knight behind the defense, lays it up, good. 2 more for Jacoby Knight, and a timeout called on the floor. Forgot to add a free throw there. 44-19, 5:44 to go in the third quarter. See Hub International for all of your home, auto, farm, ranch, and crop insurance needs. You can stop by their office and see Jeff at 402 East 2nd Street in Rushville. And on sale this week at Gordon Superfoods, an Ideal Market of Rushville, Bar S Franks for only 99 cents. Hershey's cookies for $1.99, and 10-pound tubes of ground beef are only $2.19 a pound. Superfoods is located on Highway 20 in Gordon. Ideal Market, of course, on Highway 20 in Rushville. Both of them open 7 days a week. 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Roberts brings it up the floor ahead to Summers. Dribbles it off her foot and out of bounds. No, off of a Mustang's foot and out of bounds. Stays with the Hawks. Roberts to trigger it in. Over the top to Varvel. Varvel trying to find some room and hit a 3-pointer. That's tipped out of bounds by the Mustangs. Bay Springs maintain possession with 5:30 to go. Third quarter action. Over the top to Summers. That one is blocked by Garrett and out of bounds. Garrett went up high and tipped it out of bounds. They'll get it into Summers. Summers turns. And this time she is going to be fouled on the shot. I think they're going to give this to Ferguson. They do. By my count, that's 3 on Rianne. First free throw by Summers, misses everything. Second free throw, good. .520 to go. Schultz gets it ahead to Ferguson. Over the top they go. That's Eichenberger. Just a little too tall for Tate. Couldn't haul that one in. And here come the Hawks back the other way. This is Sherbarth. Head to Roberts and back to Sherbarth. Back to Roberts at the top of the key. Drives in. Shot up, no good. Off balance shot that time by Emma Roberts, and the rebound cleared by Schultz. Looking down the floor. Ahead to Knight. Can't quite get a hold of it, and then it's tipped out of bounds. And or falls out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawks. Bramer comes in. Ferguson to the bench. 4:50 to go, third quarter, 44-20. Mustangs really took command of this game in the last 2 minutes of that second quarter. And now they've got a 24-point lead. Just about halfway through the third quarter. Roberts down the baseline, and she traveled with it. One too many steps, Mustang basketball. Schultz brings it up the floor. Schultz drives in, kicks it out. Knight thought about the three. Good head fake into the lane, off glass, won't fall. Eichenberger doing battle for it, tipped out of bounds. Hay Springs basketball. Good to see Tate Eichenberger getting some minutes here this evening. Mustangs in the 1-3-1 zone. Roberts thought about that three from the corner, thinks better of it. Varvel works on the wing, nowhere to go with it. Finally gets it into Summers on the block. She is fouled, and that'll be free throws for Haley Summers.
Don't play her back.
Give that one to Eichenberger. That's her first. Haley Summers 1 for 4 from the line tonight. First one's no good. And a substitution here as Beth Bragg comes in. Sierra Garrett gets a breather.
Move her out. Step into her.
Second free throw is up and good. 44-21. 4 minutes left to go, third quarter. Knight up the far side, ahead to Bragg. Looks inside for Eichenberger. Shot up, good! Tate Eichenberger on the board. Varvel brings it up the right side. Under the wing and now down into the corner for Summers. Loses it out of bounds. And now are they, the official motion that it was Hay Springs basketball, but I think that was an error. It is Mustang basketball. 3:44 to go. Third quarter. Shelby Holbert into the game now for Gordon-Rushville. Bragg into the corner for Eichenberger. Down low for Bramer. Looks underneath. That was kicked by Roberts. Trying to get it to Callie Schultz, but Roberts kicked it out of bounds. Jaden Anderson comes in to take the place of Agler. Schultz will trigger it in. Gets it into Holbert. Right back to Schultz. She'll bring it up top and set the offense. Across to Bragg. Back into the post for Eichenberger. Turnaround jumper won't fall. And then Tate's going to be called, I think, for the foul on the rebound attempt. That is on Eichenberger. That is number 2. 3:19 to go in the third quarter. Varvel will bring it up the floor for the Hawks. Works against Holbert. Picks up her dribble. Able to find Sherbarth on the right wing. Drives into the free throw line, loses it. And Holbert reaches in, ties her up. It'll be Hay Springs basketball on the alternating possession. A lot fewer fouls called in this second half. Just 3 on the Mustangs in the half, 2 for Hay Springs. That shot no good. Eichenberger with the rebound. Schultz quickly out. Mustangs trying to find some points in transition. Callie, one too many steps. Traveled with it, turns it over. 2:50 to go. Summers back in as Anderson back to the bench. And now the Mustangs with wholesale substitutions, as this will be Garrett, Maddie Schmidt into the game for the first time. Ferguson, Perez, and Knight back onto the floor for Gordon-Rushville. So a whole host of Mustangs getting game action tonight. That one's taken away by Garrett. Back ahead and taken right back by Varble. Hagler drives in. That one was tipped by Knight out of bounds. They'll retrieve that from amongst the band equipment. And they'll inbound it with 2:35 to go in the third quarter. Into Summers, but tipped and taken away. Nice defense that time by Maddie Schmidt with the denial of that inbounds pass. Over the top they go to Garrett. Off glass, up and good. Sierra Garrett with 8 points on the night. The Mustangs continue to extend that lead. 2:15 to go. That one tipped and out of bounds, stays with Hay Springs. Well, they've got everything set and ready to go to work. Over the top they go to Summers. Nice look that time, but Ferguson is going to be called for the foul. And that'll be number 4 on Rianne Ferguson. And it puts Haley Summers back at the line for 2 more shots. Summers 2 for 6. Now 2 for 7 on the night. One more free throw here. That one falls off no good. That one is saved back in, but right to Knight. Knight will bring it up for the Mustangs. Onto the wing, pull-up jumper, short. But there is Garrett for the rebound, tries to hand it off to Maddie Schmidt. Her shot is blocked, but a foul called, and so Maddie Schmidt will get a pair of free throws here. That foul is going to go against Agler. First one falls off no good. 1:59 to go in the third quarter. Jesse Batch back into the game with those 4 fouls. Schmidt lines up the second and knocks that one down nicely. 49-21, just under 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. On the floor for the Mustangs, Schultz, Bramer, Perez, Ferguson, and Holbert. Back into that 1-3-1 zone. Onto the wing for Badge. Roberts drives baseline, steps on the end line, and turns it over. Schultz sets it up for Gordon-Rushville. Holbert and around to Schultz. Hay Springs still in that man-to-man. Here's Bramer out on the wing. Drives into the free throw line. Lost it. Got it back. Perez for 3. Good! That's number 4 on the night for Gracie Perez. She's got 14 points, and it's 52-21. That one inside, they're going to say tipped by one of the Mustangs and out of bounds. Battle for that loose basketball. Quite a scramble that time. Hay Springs will maintain possession. Varble in the corner. Gets it out to Agler. Leaves it for Summers. Here's Roberts. Good head fake, so good she faked herself out. Maintains the dribble. Now she'll try the 3. That one's off the back iron and no good. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Mustangs up the floor in a hurry. To the baseline is Holbert. Dribbled out of bounds, and it'll be Hawk basketball with 48 seconds to go. 5 fresh Mustangs back onto the floor. Eichenberger, Garrett, Anderson, Bragg, and Knight. Varvel sets it up. Here's Badge looking inside, into the corner for Roberts. And that is Summers cutting down the lane. Eichenberger is there, and she'll pick up her third foul. Here's Roberts over the top to Summers. Right back to Roberts on the block. Shot up, good. Nice work that time by Emma Roberts to convert that one. Ahead to Anderson. Right down inside for Eichenberger. That one was blocked. Badge clears the rebound. 15 seconds to go in this third quarter. Roberts with the left hand now picks up her dribble. Here's Agler driving baseline. Cut off there and tipped out of bounds by Garrett with 8 seconds to go. Roberts off the back of Knight. Nifty move there as she got the ball back and then makes the basket, gets the foul. And she'll have a free throw coming here. 52-25. 7 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Roberts lines it up and knocks it down. 6 seconds to go. Bragg onto the wing for Knight. She'll try the three. Off the back iron, no good. Anderson's shot at the buzzer won't go. And at the end of three, Mustangs 52 and Hay Springs 26.
Hin's Home Furnishings of Gordon is gearing up for our annual tax return sale with big savings store-wide. Hin's Home Furnishings has a great selection of couches, recliners, mattresses, appliances, dining room sets, and more. We also carry a wide variety of quality flooring and even offer installation. Hin's Home Furnishings also offers free local delivery. Come check us out at 122 North Main Street in Gordon. Remember, even if we don't have what you're looking for, we can get it for you.
So Hin's Home Furnishings, longtime sponsors here on these broadcasts. This year, a partner sponsor. Thanks to Hin's Home Furnishings. Stop in and see the good folks in downtown Gordon. Just underway in the fourth quarter here. Mustangs out in front 52-26. Perez on the wing. Into the high post for Bramer. Right back out. Perez again for three. Went to the well one too many times. Perez finally misses one from behind the arc. Picked up by Schultz. All the way around. Feeds it down to Perez. Right back to Schultz. Free throw line jumper. Off glass and good. Schultz with 6 points, all of them in the second half. Makes it 52-26. That's not right. We got to fix the. Should be 54, I think. Here is Schultz with two more. 54-26. 7 minutes left to go. That one's taken away by Bramer and then lost out of bounds. Bramer with the steal but couldn't control it. Bounce pass inside, taken away by Schultz. Here comes Callie Schultz, 2-on-1 the other way. Callie all the way in, lays it up and good. Callie now with 10 points. And that lead has grown to 30. This was a hotly contested game through the first quarter and most of the way through the second. Mustangs' depth has caused difficulty for Hay Springs. Here's Varvel inside, tries to put the ball on the floor down in the lane. Not a good idea. Schultz comes out of there with it. Schultz against Badge. Badge has to be careful with those 4 fouls. Callie lays it in for 2 more, 58-26. Badge tries to feed it into the high post, taken away by Callie again, 2-on-1. Callie gonna keep it and lays it up again. Sound kind of like a broken record there. That's a whole bunch in a row for Callie Schultz. Easy layups. And adding up in a hurry. Badge onto the wing for Summers. Summers looks in and loses it. Bramer with the steal. Bramer is going to be fouled. No, they're just going to say out of bounds. There was contact there between Bramer and Summers. Bramer ended up stepping on the basketball and losing it out of bounds, but that's what they'll say. Mustang basketball. And 5 new Mustangs. Anderson, Bragg. Bramer stays in there. Eichenberger and Holbert. Bramer in the corner, puts it on the floor, cut off by Roberts, and she's going to be called for the blocking foul. I'm not sure how many that is on Emma Roberts. That is the second one that I know of. We'll see if they put that up on the board. They almost get it into Jayla Bramer. Now out ahead to Sherbarth. Cut off there. Back to Badge. Badge traveled with it as she drug the pivot foot. The last foul given as the first foul on number 4. There isn't a 4 in the game. So here is Beth Bragg across to Anderson into the corner. This is Eichenberger. Now back up to Holbert. Now Bramer. Bramer guarded by Roberts, pokes it out of there, but Eichenberger scoops it up. Bragg down the lane, shot up, good. Beth Bragg with 3 points. Now 62-26. Under 5 to go in the fourth quarter. Roberts looks to the wing for Badge. Badge kicks it back out. This is Wohl. And now back to lost track of where we're at. Sherbarth. So here's Roberts backing in. She's going to be fouled, and she'll have 2 free throws. And again, a quick signal over there at the scorer's table. Didn't see who they called that on. The first one by Roberts is no good. Now Summers, Varvel, and Agler back in, as that'll be Samantha Kearns heading to the bench along with a couple of others. Roberts lines the second one up and makes it. 4:35 to go. Head to Holbert, turns and shoots and scores. Shelby Holbert's got 4 points. Roberts back the other way, over the top of everybody and out of bounds. Pass intended for Agler. Couldn't haul it in. 4:19 to go. Mustangs 3 points away from the 40-point mercy rule and the running clock the rest of the way. But here's Maddie Schmidt on the wing, back between the circles to Bragg. Bragg back to Holbert and to Schmidt in the corner. Anderson drives in, tried to leave it back out there for Schmidt. Now Bragg between the circles, onto the wing for Holbert, 3:50 to go. Holbert on the dribble, works against Varvel, gets the screen and then a reach-in foul. That'll be number 5 on Jessie Badge. 5th foul on Badge. She'll finish the night with 6 points unofficially. Now India Ritgarn and Key Lovell into the Mustang lineup with 3:44 to go. Ritgarn will toss it in. Into the corner, this is Schmidt, pulls the trigger off the side of the backboard. And here's Roberts bringing it across the timeline. On the run, Roberts all the way down the lane, good. Roberts with 13 points, if my math is correct. Here's Maddie Schmidt spotting up for 3. That one's off the back iron, no good, tipped around. And on the end line was Kadlacek. It'll stay with the Mustangs. 3:18 to go. Now Michaela Jaggers comes in for Beth Bragg. to Lovell. Her shot blocked and then out of bounds off of her foot. It'll be Hay Springs basketball. 3:15 to go, fourth quarter. Mustangs in control here. Down the home stretch they come. Summers pull-up jumper. That one is short. And then Kadlicek gathers it in, but she's stepped on the end line and turns it over. India Ritgarn brings it up the floor for the Mustangs. Schmidt on the wing, into the corner for Lovell. Over the top to Jaggers. Kayla Jaggers back out to Ritgarn. They look inside. This is Lovell in the paint. Shot up. Good! Key Lovell with her first points of the game. Makes it 66-29. Timeout called on the floor with 2:43 left to go in this fourth quarter. Again, folks, say thanks to sponsors of today's action. The Italian Inn in Gordon. That sounds mighty good right about now. I got to tell you, the bag of popcorn's starting to wear just a little bit thin. Bank of the West, Strong Insurance, Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan. The First National Bank in Gordon. Hins Clothing Center, Gordon Dental, Open Range Beef, Hub International, Gordon Superfoods and Ideal Market of Rushville, and Gordon True Value. I'm not sure we've talked about Gordon True Value yet in this game. It's time to stop in and take advantage of their big coupon sale. That's going on now. Save big on over 125 items. Stop in and see Buck and the gang at 217 North Main Street in Gordon. Haley Summers on the wing, looks in to the paint for Roberts, tied up there. That's Michaela Jaggers doing battle, getting the tie up and the alternating possession in favor of the Hawks. Sherbarth checks back in. Agler comes out. Roberts into the corner for Summers. Summers brings it up to the top of the key, guarded by Schmidt. Reverses direction, finds Roberts, goes back into Roberts down on the block. That shot rolls around and falls in for Haley Summers. She's got 4 points on the night, makes it 66-31. Ritgarn onto the wing for Schmidt. Looks, across to Jaggers. Here's Key Lovell, free throw line jumper. That missed, and the rebound by Varvel. 2 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Varvel to Roberts down the lane, and she is fouled. And that'll be free throws for Emma Roberts. Give that foul to Key Lovell. Well, Roberts' first free throw is off the back iron and no good. Roberts with 13 points on the evening unofficially. Lines the second one up, that one also no good. A long rebound, battle for the rebound. That's Michaela Jaggers, still loose on the floor. Throws it in, and that is going to be a foul called on one of the Mustangs. They got it down low to Kadlicek, but then she was fouled. I think that is Maddie Schmidt who picked up the foul. Kadlicek lines it up. That one is no good, but we've got a violation on the free throw. She stepped over the line. It'll be Mustang basketball with 1:47 to go. India Ritgarn will bring it up and set the offense for the Mustangs. Onto the wing for Schmidt. Back to Ritgarn. And now over to Eichenberger. Up top for Jaggers. Out to Schmidt. She'll try the three. That one off glass but missed badly. Here's Haley Summers the other way. Key Lovell giving chase, got a hand in there, and she's going to be called for the foul. Key Lovell with good effort to get back and prevent the easy layup. Results in 2 free throws for Haley Summers. She has not shot well from the line tonight. She is 2 for 8. And now make that 2 for 9. 1:23 left to go in the game. Missed that one completely. That'll be Mustang basketball. Got to hit the rim. and didn't do it. So now the starters for Hay Springs will come off the floor, and on comes Jaden Anderson, Samantha Kearns, and Hannah Wohl, along with Riley Wolken in the game as well. That one taken away by Wohl. She'll turn and head up the floor with the left hand. Has it stripped away, picked up by Eichenberger. Now she'll head back the other way. Eichenberger down to the baseline, lost her dribble, picks it back up, shot won't fall, and then we've got an over the back call on one of the Mustangs. That'll go against Ritgarn. And so now we'll have free throws as Hay Springs now into the double bonus. And this will be Riley Wolken who misses the first. 56 seconds left to go. 66-31. Missed the second one. Rebounded by Kadlacek. She's surrounded by a whole host of Mustangs. That one finally lost out of bounds. Schmidt, the last one to touch it. It'll stay with Hay Springs. Kayla Jaggers gets back into the mix here. Over the top they go. Jaggers gets a hand on it. And then it is going to be tipped out of bounds by Kearns of Hay Springs, and it'll be Mustang basketball with 49 seconds to go. Maddie Schmidt ready to inbound it, but nobody to toss it in to. Ritgarden comes back and gets it back to Schmidt. High post for Eichenberger. That one's tipped and out of bounds, stays with the Mustangs. Quick hands that time by Samantha Kearns to tip that one out of bounds. 41 seconds for the Mustangs to work. High post for Eichenberger, looks down low for Jaggers, lay it up, good. So Michaela Jaggers on the board. 25 seconds, high post here for Kadlacek, and then a push called on, I think, Jaggers. That is who they give it to. I think that's her first. So that'll put Kadlacek at the line. The first one is no good. Lines up the second, and that one again fails to draw iron, and so it'll be Mustang basketball. 23 seconds. Ritgarn takes the inbounds pass. She'll bring it up the floor, crosses the timeline. Eichenberger in the corner, back out to Jaggers as they reverse it around. Ritgarn, high post for Eichenberger. They look down low for Jaggers again. That's worked twice in a row. Twice it's been an easy layup, and Michaela Jaggers has converted. 1 second left. Shot won't go at the buzzer for Kadlacek, and that is how it ends up. Final score 70-31. Final scoring totals. Let's see if we can do this on the fly. Brianne Ferguson finished with 6. Callie Schultz with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 points. All of those in the second half for Callie Schultz. Shelby Holbert finished with 4. Sierra Garrett finished with 8. Michaela Jaggers with 4. Beth Bragg 3. Maddie Schmidt 1. Jayla Bramer 4. Jacoby Knight finished with 10 points. Key level 2. Gracie Perez finished with 14. And Tate Eichenberger with 2. So only 2 Mustangs on the entire roster who didn't tally points in this game. For the Hay Springs Hawks, Emma Roberts will finish with 13 points. Josie Barvel with 6. Caitlin Agler with 2. Jessie Badge finishes with 6. And Haley Summers finished with 4 points. Again, final score 70-31. They'll do a little bit of housekeeping here, sweep the floor, and get ready for boys basketball action 20 minutes on the pregame clock, and we'll be back and ready to bring that to you here in just a bit here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. take a look at some starting lineups for these two teams as we are just under 14 minutes away from the opening tip of boys varsity action between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Hay Springs Hawks. First for the visiting Hay Springs Hawks, they come in with a season record of 2 wins and 8 losses, but 2 of those wins coming in their last 5 games. And so the Hawks playing better as of late and won their previous game. So 2-8 for the Hawks. Starters this evening: number 1, Coy Wolken. Number 12 is Anthony Toof. Number 13, Trent Reed. Number 20 is Brody Planansky. And number 21 is Caleb Marks. For the Mustangs, season record of 9 wins and 2 losses. Those 2 losses coming in the holiday tournament in Wayne over the Christmas break. Starters this evening for the Mustangs: number 3, Corbin Bailey. Number 4, Dylan Schwarting. Number 12, Corby Campbell. Number 22, Trace Bagan. And number 24, Jared Nelson. About 12 and a half minutes left before we get this one underway. Thanks for joining us here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net.
Are you okay?
What happened?
Dad kind of walked into my swing.
Don't you mean Dad kind of ruined our Hawaii fund?
I should go to the hospital.
There goes the airfare. I don't think health insurance will cover all of that. Without that cash from Aflac, we might have to choose between Hawaii or your face.
Hawaii.
What?
Oh, Hawaii.
You might have less coverage than you think. Visit Aflac.com and keep your lifestyle healthy.
You won't notice any untamed acreage here, a retaining wall that needs rebuilding, or an old gnarled tree stump in the middle of a field. Why? Because it's already been taken care of. That's why. New Holland has the power and versatility to create whatever world you imagine. Get 0% financing for up to 84 months on any compact tractor at your local New Holland dealer. New Holland, equipped for a new world.
Hin's Home Furnishings of Gordon is gearing up for our annual tax return sale with big savings store-wide. Hin's Home Furnishings has a great selection of couches, recliners, mattresses, appliances, dining room sets, and more. We also carry a wide variety of quality flooring and even offer installation. Hin's Home Furnishings also offers free local delivery. Come check us out at 122 North Main Street in Gordon. Remember, even if we don't have what you're looking for, we can get it for you.
And then all was quiet. Both teams back to the locker room for some final words of wisdom from their coaches. And so let's take one more look. About 6:45 left to go before the opening tip of today's game. Again, Hayes Springs with a 2-8 record coming into this one tonight. Starters for the Hawks: number 1, Coy Wolken; number 12, Tony Toof; number 13, Trent Reed; number 20, Brody Planansky; and number 21, Caleb Marks. For the Mustangs, starters tonight: Corbin Bailey, Dylan Schwarting, Corby Campbell, Trace Began, and Jared Nelson. The Mustangs at 9-2 on the season coming into tonight. As we look ahead, our schedule, I believe we are back on the air a week from tonight. Yes, a week from tonight, we will be in Alliance for boys and girls action versus the Alliance Bulldogs. Don't have an exact time. My time I have listed is 5:30, but don't hold me to that. Make sure you double check the school's website to make sure that that time is correct. But a week from today, that is January 16th, we'll be in Alliance for the Mustangs and the Alliance Bulldogs.
With the dawn of every new day come countless new demands. At New Holland, we know the value of reliable planting. That's why our P-Series air carts and drills give you precise control over your seeding, increasing accuracy and yield. When it comes time to harvest, the CR Series Combine offers superior quality, minimal grain loss, and increased visibility. Challenges will vary from day to day, but your answers to them won't. New Holland, equipped for a new world.
When you go to a doctor or hospital, your insurance company pays for this much. The rest is on you. So if these are the savings you'll dip into while you're out of work, Aflac can help. Helps to cover the stuff that isn't covered by your regular insurance, so your bills won't be totally bananas.
Oh, that's what Aflac is.
Apply during your company's annual open enrollment. Stock up on benefits, you're set for the year.
Hin's Home Furnishings of Gordon is gearing up for our annual tax return sale with big savings store-wide. Hin's Home Furnishings has a great selection of couches, recliners, mattresses, appliances, dining room sets, and more. We also carry a wide variety of quality flooring and even offer installation. Hin's Home Furnishings also offers free local delivery. Come check us out at 122 North Main Street in Gordon. Remember, even if we don't have what you're looking for, we can get it for you.
Just under 3 minutes left before the opening tip between boys, or of boys varsity action between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Hayes Springs Hawks. Glad to have you along with us. And so far to this point, it's been a relatively technical error-free evening so far. Always glad to have the internet cooperating with us as we do these broadcasts for you. Glad to have you along with us here this evening. Let me tell you about Gordon Memorial Health Services and how they would like to announce the addition of Renee Fortin to the physical therapy department as a registered and licensed occupational therapist. Fortin is at Gordon Memorial Health Services every Tuesday and Thursday. If you'd like to schedule an appointment, please contact your medical provider today. Stop in and say hi to Renee Fortin at the Physical Therapy Department at Gordon Memorial Health Services in Gordon. Say thanks to partner sponsors tonight: Modern Farm Equipment in Gordon, Gordon Memorial Health Services, Hins Home Furnishings, and the Sheridan County Journal-Star, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. Of course, the Sheridan County Journal-Star is available as an online edition. That is available anytime, anywhere from your desktop, laptop, or mobile device. Be in tune with all of the news in Sheridan County. Have that at your fingertips, and that makes a fantastic gift for your college student or anybody else who might be out of the area. Great way for them to stay in touch with all the goings on here in Sheridan County. Just about ready to turn this over to the public address announcer for the introductions of the starting lineups. And again, probably we expect the video presentation of the starters. And as that happens, I think we probably got copyrighted music behind that video, and if we do, we'll go ahead and mute that for you. We apologize. We'll run down through those starters in case you missed them again earlier at the conclusion of these introductions.
All right, here we go. Good evening and welcome to the boys game between the visiting Hastings Hawks and our Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. So let me introduce to you first your Hastings starting five. Number 1, senior Troy Wilkin. Number 12, senior Anthony Tooth. Number 13, junior Trent Reed. Number 20, Brody Planansky, freshman. And number 21, senior Caleb Marks. Number 3, junior Corbin Bailey. Number 4, junior Dylan Schwartz. Number 12, senior Gordon Campbell. Number 22, senior Tracy Bland. And number 24, senior Jared Nelson.
There are the starting lineups for both teams. In case you missed it, for the Haysprings Hawks, Coy Woken, Tony Tooth, Trent Reed, Brody Planansky, and Caleb Marks. For the Mustangs, Corbin Bailey, Dylan Schwarting, Corby Campbell, Trace Began, and Jared Nelson. Corby Campbell in the center circle to jump it up against Coy Woken to get things started here. 8 minutes on the first quarter clock, and we are ready for basketball action here between the Hawks and the Mustangs. Campbell wins the tip, controlled by Jared Nelson, and away we go. 1-3-1 zone by the Hawks to start things out here in the first quarter. Schwarting across to Bailey. Bailey drives into the corner for Nelson. Back out to Bailey. Now they'll reverse it around. Here's Schwarting, directs a little bit of traffic. Now he'll back it out and reset the offense. Works across the pick. Here's Bailey back across to Schwarting. Mustangs with some patience, trying to get a feel for this Hay Springs Hawk zone early in the quarter. And that was Dylan Schwarting with one pass too many. He had an open look at the basket, tried to flip it across to Trace Bagan and missed him, threw it out of bounds. Now the Mustangs with some full court pressure. They'll get it in, and very lucky to not step on the end line was Tony Tooth. Here's Planansky all the way to the baseline, up and under, but he is fouled. That'll be 2 shots as Corbin Bailey going to be whistled for his first personal foul of the night. 7:18 to go in this first quarter. And that puts Brody Planansky at the line for a pair of free throws. First one up is up, and it is good. Hay Springs out in front, 1-0. Planansky sizes up the second one. That one's in and out, no good. And here's Nelson. Mustangs on the run, trying to push the tempo here early. Nelson drives in, kicks it out into the corner. Schwarting down the baseline, leaves it for Bagan. Layup, good. Trace Bagan puts the Mustangs out in front, 2-1. 7 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Here's Reed over the top to Toof and back to Reed. Reed guarded by Schwarting. Mustangs in the man-to-man here. Reed flips it back, or tried to. Now it's ahead to Corby Campbell. Corby lays it up and good. And we've got a push called on the Mustangs, because that was a great outlet pass by Trace Bagan to get that down to Corby Campbell and give him some room to work. So that's 2 quick fouls on Corbin Bailey, so he'll be replaced right off the bat here by Dennis Mulcahy. And now we've got a blocking foul. Dennis wearing number 15 instead of the 20 that's listed in the program. Mustangs out in front, 4-1. They give that foul to Trace Bagan. That is his first. And that one's taken away by Schwarting on the inbound. Schwarting lost the handle, got it back. He didn't have much of an advantage. Feeds it down inside to Trace Bagan. It's off of Reed and out of bounds. Mustang basketball, 6:28 to go first quarter. Jared Nelson calls out the inbounds play. Over the top he goes to Mulcahy. Across to Nelson on the wing, looks, now he'll drive in, 2 big steps, and the finger roll is up and good. Planansky brings it ahead, has that ball tipped, and it'll be out of bounds. Stays, no, now we got a foul called here on one of the Mustangs. And now this will be Logan Dexter coming in for Trace Bagan, as that may have been the second foul on Trace Bagan. It is, so 2 on Bagan now. Lots of fouls in the early going. Schwarting and Mulcahy pile up on the far side. Hay Springs maintains possession, 6:02 to go in the first quarter. Marks back up top for Toof. Toof works against Nelson. And this is Reed, and now we've got an offensive foul called on, I think they maybe got Caleb Marks. They did. Caleb Marks the guilty party on the offensive foul. That is his first. 5:51 to go in the first quarter. Mustangs out in front, 6-1. They gave that foul to Trent Reed, not Marks. So here's Nelson on the wing, into the corner for Schwarting. Over the top they go for Mulcahy. Back out for Nelson, into the corner for Schwarting. 3-pointer. Off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Planansky. Planansky behind the back dribble, but taken away by Nelson. Nelson lays it up and good. Full court pressure here by the Mustangs. Now a 7-point advantage. That one off the fingertips of Reed and out of bounds. So the pressure causes the turnover. Now we've got a substitution as Jonathan Toof comes in to take the place of Planansky. 5:08 to go first quarter. Mustangs 8-1 in front of the Hawks. Across to Mulcahy. Tried to go to the high post, but that's kicked by Wolken. It'll stay with the Mustangs. 5 minutes on the dot left to go in this first quarter. Over the top to Mulcahy. Tried to get it in the corner and does. Now a skip pass across to Nelson. He'll lay it off glass and good for 2 more. Nelson was 6 in the early going. Mustangs with pressure. Over the top they go to Reed, and a 10-second violation, and the Mustangs get the turnover. Good use of the press that time by the Mustangs, and they get the turnover. Back to Nelson, and across to Mulcahy into the corner. Schwarting for 3. Good! Dylan Schwarting for 3. Pushes that advantage to 13-1. So here is Reed. He'll bring it across safely. Nearly has it taken away, and now picks up his dribble in a bad spot, able to find Toof. With just over 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Toof hung up now. He'll find Caleb Marks. Marks guarded closely by Logan Dexter. Marks to the baseline, shot up, missed everything. Here's Mulcahy back the other way. Nelson has it, feeds it to Campbell. Campbell found himself just a little bit too far under the basket, couldn't convert that shot. Now back out to Nelson, and he'll set the offense. Over the top to Mulcahy. Now back to Nelson. And now Dexter back to Nelson and around to Mulcahy. They reverse it. 3-pointer on the way by Schwarting. That one no good, but offensive rebound there by Nelson. He'll pull it back out. Mustangs in no hurry. Logan Dexter backs in, nearly had that one tipped away. Campbell drives in, count the basket, and the foul. Didn't quite see who they called that foul on. Timeout called on the floor by Hay Springs. Mustangs out in front 15-1, and a free throw coming for Corby Campbell. We'll try and get an update on who that foul was called on. It gives us an opportunity to let you know that the Italian Inn in Gordon serves up delicious burgers and steaks, as well as great Italian food and a whole lot more in a friendly hometown atmosphere. They are open for lunch and dinner. The Italian Inn is located at 200 North Main Street in Gordon. Come bank with the best. The Bank of the West offers all banking services, and that includes mortgages. Come enjoy the welcoming atmosphere. The coffee pot is always on at the Bank of the West. Did you know that Strong Insurance is your independent insurance agency? They represent a variety of insurance companies, and they sell the products that most appropriately meet the needs of their clients. As an independent agent, they review many quotes, and they offer their clients the best policy options available. They don't work for any one insurance company. They work for you at Strong Insurance in Gordon. 3 minutes and 17 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Corby Campbell at the line. He's got 4 points and a chance to make that 5 with the free throw coming here. Didn't get a reading on who that last foul was called on. And the free throw is good. 15-point advantage in the early going. Campbell with the takeaway, and out of bounds. They're going to say it stays with the Mustangs. Nelson calls out the play again. So Carson Hinn into the game for the first time tonight. Nelson from the corner for 3. That one misses, and it's rebounded by Jonathan Toof. Reed scoops that up, guarded by Hinn. Well, Reed needs to get rid of it, finally does, gets it to Caleb Marks. Back out to Tony Toof at the top of the, out near the center circle. Mustangs really extending that man-to-man defense, making it hard for Hay Springs to get that half-court offense started. That one's taken away. That's Corby Campbell again. Corby Campbell lays it up, can't finish. He is fouled by Wolken. And they gave that last foul to Tony Toof, so he's got one, and now the first on Coy Wolken. Corby Campbell with 2 free throw opportunities here. 2:35 to go first quarter. The first is good. Now Jonathan Toof comes back out of the lineup. The second free throw also good for Corby Campbell. Makes it 18-1. Planansky, great job of dribbling through pressure that time. Nearly lost it, but got it back. Reed drives in, can't get the shot to fall, but he'll have free throws as he is fouled. I think that's Carson Hinn, the guilty party, with 2:26 left to go. It is Carson Hinn. That free throw by Reed is good, doubling the Hawks' point total. That makes it 18-3. Over the top they go to Hinn. Hinn, the baseline, up and under, good. Carson Hinn on the board. Makes it 20-3. Free throw line for Wolken. Back out from Planansky. Curls into the paint, lost it, and taken away by Campbell. Nelson on the run, brings it across in a hurry. Down the lane, shot high off the glass, up and good. He's got 8. Caleb Marks, jump stop, kicks it back out. Planansky spots up for 3, missed badly that time. Nelson with the rebound. The Mustangs on the run, ahead to Corby Campbell. Gathers that one in, lays it up and good. Well, the Mustangs pulling away in a hurry in this first quarter. 1.5 minutes left to go. That one blocked by Campbell, lands out of bounds. Mustangs ahead 24-3. Now Cade Fisher and Brady Bolender come into the lineup as Nelson and Campbell will get a breather. Well, it's been a big first quarter for the Mustangs. They started strong and haven't looked back. So now into the lineup, Charles Schaffo for the Hawks, along with Jacob Roberts. Back to Schiaffo. Now this is Jonathan Toof, spots up for 3. That won't go. Tony Toof with the rebound. Back to Jonathan Toof. Now Schiaffo out by the center circle, guarded by Bolender. This is Roberts. Lost the handle on it. Tipped by one of the Mustangs. Schiaffo gathers it in. Across to Tony Toof. 55 seconds to go first quarter. Toof guarded by Hinn. That one's taken away by Mulcahy and then taken right back by Tony Toof. 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Mustangs really tight defense that time, and Mulcahy going to be whistled for the foul that time, as he pushed Roberts out of bounds. Deny that entry pass. Hay Springs able to get it back. Roberts out to Tony Toof. Now they swing it around. Nearly another steal by the Mustangs. Tony Toof with that shot. Saved back in, but Mulcahy gathers it up. Mustangs on the run. Mustangs with number. Fisher ahead to Dexter. Lost his balance, able to flip it out. The Mustangs maintain possession. Brady Bolender leaves it for Fisher. Has to kick it back out to Dexter. Good quick ball movement by the Mustangs. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Now under 10. Carson Hinn across to Mulcahy. Into the corner for Bolender. Passed up the 3, drives in, and he is fouled by Tony Toof. And that'll be number 2 for Tony Toof. 3 seconds left to go. Bolender at the line. He'll have 2 shots here. And the first one rolls off no good. Now into the lineup for Hay Springs comes Jace Langford, taking the place of Tony Toof. He'll have a seat with those 2 fouls. So 1 shot left for Bolender. That one off the back iron, no good. Jonathan Toof with the heave at the buzzer. Won't connect, and so at the end of 1, the Mustangs out in front 24-3. Now we'll bring you the Gordon-Rushville cheerleaders here while we have the opportunity. Always great to have the cheerleaders on board. Makes for a great basketball atmosphere. Glad to have them along here this evening. The certified public accounting firm of Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan wishes good luck to the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Visit with CPAs Sarah Ritgarn or Mike Coombs or any of the other professional staff at 216 South Main Street in Gordon. Tax time is just around the corner. You can call 282-0842 for all of your tax, payroll, and accounting needs. GLR CPAs have big firm capability and small town personality. Go Mustangs, from the accounting firm of Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan. We're ready to get the second quarter underway. Mustangs out in front handily 24-3 as we start this second quarter. This is Planansky losing it, but gets it back, able to get out of trouble, and then taken away by Schwarting. Flips it ahead to Corby Campbell, runs under it, gathers it in, and lays it up for 2 more. Corby Campbell's got a whole bundle in this first. All right, everybody, I apologize. Some huge technical difficulties. Not sure exactly what happened to our broadcast file, but it completely quit on us, and so that's what I get for bragging on it. I've had to revert back to a completely other file here, and so you'll notice that the scoreboard's completely out of whack, and so let me get you up to date. We're 34 seconds away from halftime. Mustangs out in front, 44-14. We're gonna work on the scoreboard here and try and get ourselves to the half and get things up to speed. So Caleb Marks works it inside to Toof. Here's Coy Woken in the paint, up, and that is good. Makes it 44-16 now. We'll update that scoreboard at the half. I apologize again, but glad to at least have this thing up and running and hopefully everybody back online again. So here is Bolender. Bolender works it on the wing for Dexter. He'll try the 3. That one no good at the buzzer. And so at the half, it is Gordon-Rushville 44 and Hay Springs 16. We'll step aside and we'll be back in just a bit here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. All right, folks, this has been a struggle here over the last several minutes. I apologize. Not sure exactly what's going on. I think we've got something going on with the school's internet here that we are using to broadcast over, and so not that it makes any difference to all of you, but we've got our own Viero router here that we're running through. The problem is that we're trying to push fire hose volume of water through a ordinary garden hose. So I hope that we don't buffer too much for you through this second half. We're going to try to get along and get you through this second half as well as we can. I apologize. At this point, we can't stop that broadcast and restart it to reset everything, and so we're just going to have to kind of deal with what we've got as we go forward here. At the half, Gordon-Rushville leads it 44-16. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the halftime break, and to this point, we seem to be holding all right as we've switched over to the router from the school's internet, and so we'll see how this goes as we go forward. We'll do the best we can. As you folks know who watch us with any amount of regularity, you know that things don't always go according to plan, especially when that comes to technology. So Mustangs back out on the floor, and we are hopefully ready to bring you a very exciting second half of basketball. Have to readjust some volume levels here as well, since anyway, all kinds of things. We apologize. That's the nature of the business. 2:04 left to go in the halftime break. We are ready to go back to work here in just a minute. So we're going to step aside, try and get our wits back about us, and be ready for the second half of basketball here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. So we are ready to go back to work here. This is why we teach ourselves lessons in humility. Don't ever take yourself too seriously. About the time you think you got the world by the tail, something comes along and throws you back to the bottom of the heap. So we are ready to go here. 44-16, ready to get this second half underway. And so we don't have very much in the way of accurate scoring totals. What I do know is that Jared Nelson has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, at least 15 points. Corby Campbell has at least 13 points. Dylan Schwarting 3, Carson Hinn and Trace Bagan each with 2 for the Mustangs. For Hay Springs, they had quite a bit of scoring after we had our technical difficulties. Trent Reed with 6, Brody Planansky with 1 for sure. Beyond that, not really sure what we've got. So 8 minutes on the clock, ready to go here in the second half. Underway here, Corbin Bailey with the takeaway right off the bat, 3 on none. Corby Campbell up and good, and the Mustangs add to that scoring total with 2 more, making it 46-16. Down into the corner they go for Tony Toof. Flips it back up to Marks and around to Planansky. Back to Reed on the right wing. The Mustangs now going to play a little bit of zone here, something they don't do very much of. Shot comes up short. Mustangs on the run. Jared Nelson weaves through traffic, lays it up and good for 2 more. 48-16, 7 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Planansky picks up his dribble. Over the top he goes. Wolken has it taken away. And now a 3-on-2. Corbin Bailey, nice move down the lane. Lays it up and good. 50-16 now. Reed out near the half-court line has it taken away by Nelson, and then the foul called on Reed. That is at least the second on him. We'll get a reading here. They've done a much better job in this boys game of getting those fouls put up on the board. We really do appreciate that. And so they get it in here. The Mustangs go to work on offense. They go down to that low block with Campbell a little bit too far under, but there is Bagan to clean it up. 52-16, and the Mustangs now very close to that 40-point mercy rule and the running clock the rest of the way here. 52-16. They go down low for Coy Woken. Gets his own rebound, and then he traveled, trying to get some room to get that putback shot up. Couldn't do it and turns it back over. 6:15 to go, third quarter. Corbin Bailey walks it up the floor. Into the corner for Nelson. To Schwarting, drives in, kicks it out for Bailey. Around into the corner for Bagan. 2-1-2 zone by the Hay Springs Hawks now. Under 6 to go in the third. Nelson out on the wing, feeds it into the paint for Campbell. Right back out to Nelson in the corner for 3. That one's off the mark, rebounded by Bagan, flips it out to Corbin Bailey, and they extend the possession. Here's Schwarting, has that one tipped and taken away. Here's Coy Woken, 3-on-3 the other way for Hay Springs. Woken slows it up, hands it off to Tony Toof with 5:25 to go. That one tipped and taken away by the Mustangs. They head to Nelson. Nelson up and good for 2 more. Not a lot of suspense left here now. The crowd not really a factor. Mustangs in a 2-3 zone. Here's Reed for 3. Trent Reed with the 3-pointer. Makes it 54-19. High post they go for Campbell. Right back out to Nelson. Passed on the 3. Now he'll dribble it up and they'll reverse it around. Here's Schwarting on the wing. Schwarting over the top. Bagan kicks it out to Nelson. Nelson steps in, spots up for 3. Good. 4:33 to go, third quarter. Onto the wing for Reed, right into Wolken, and he is fouled. I think that was Corbin Bailey, and that is Corbin Bailey, and that will be his 4th. Get it into Marks, off balance shot, that won't go, tipped out of there, saved back in by Campbell, and it comes to Nelson. Quickly ahead to Corbin Bailey, catches, shoots, lays it up, and good. Now that is 59-19. And at the next whistle, we'll have 5 fresh Mustangs into the game. Taken away by Schwarting, lays it up, and good. And we got a timeout called on the floor. Timeout called on the floor as the Mustangs will swap out. We'll have Fisher, Mulcahy, Dexter, Hinn, and Bolander in the game for the Mustangs. 61-19. Reed brings it across, drives all the way down the lane, and then collides with Cade Fisher. Fisher going to be called for the blocking foul, and Reed in some pain down on the floor in the lane. May have twisted an ankle a little bit on that collision. Fisher called for what I believe is his first foul, 61-19. And Trent Reed at the line for 2 shots. Now that is the second on Fisher. So Reed's first is off the mark. 3:48 to go, third quarter. And that clock is indeed running. Second free throw is off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Fisher. Bolender pushes the pace down the right side, accelerates to the hoop, lays it up, and the finger roll is good for Brady Bolender. 3:20 to go, third quarter. Onto the wing for Marks. Marks feeds it to Tony Toof, can't handle the pass. Bolender back the other way. Bolender with a clear path to the basket. May have been partially blocked. He left it well short. Here's Marks back the other way. Now Reed brings it across. He'll work against Hinn. Accelerates in, kicks it out. This is Jonathan Toof with the three-pointer. Up and good. 63-22. Carson Hinn turns between the legs dribble, and now they'll reverse it around into the corner for Mulcahy. They'll bring it back up between the circles. Back to Bolender. Mulcahy will work it to the right wing, and that is Carson Hinn. Over the top to Bolender. Mustangs in no hurry here. Cade Fisher deep in the corner. Pull-up jumper. Good! (65-22), 2:14 to go. Third quarter action, Mustangs and Hawks. Marks takes that cross-court pass. He'll work against Logan Dexter. Picks up his dribble, and that one is going to be taken away by the Mustangs. Mulcahy, 2-on-2 ahead to Dexter. He can't handle it, but gathers it in. Back to Mulcahy. Flips it out there, and that is kicked by Reed. Planansky comes in, Marks to the bench. Clock running under 1:35 to go in this third quarter now. Bolender looks in, skips it across to Hinn on the right wing. Down to the block for Dexter. Leaves it, nifty pass that time, found Brady Bolender all alone. Waiting for that pass under the basket. 67-22. 1:05 to go, third quarter. High floating shot by Planansky, rebounded by Jonathan Toof. He'll bring it out into the corner. Offensive rebound that time extends the possession for the Hawks. Tony Toof out front, guarded closely by Bolender. Mustangs back to the man-to-man now. Planansky drove in but left the ball behind, able to get it back. Tries to feed it to Wolken. Battle for it, and Haysprings comes away with it. Jonathan Toof hung up, trying to find somewhere to go with it. Finally, Reed bails him out. Reed on the dribble. Kicks it back out to Wolken with 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Wolken hands it off to Reed, and then Carson Hinn going to be called for the reach-in foul. Clock winding down, now under 10. Cade Fisher takes it away and makes the heave at the buzzer. Won't count after three. 67-22. Mustangs out in front. We didn't get a chance to really talk our sponsors there at the half with all of our technical difficulties, so let's just kind of run down through them, as we probably won't have very many more opportunities through the game. Stop in and take advantage of True Value of Gordon's big coupon sale going on now. Save big on over 125 items. Come see Buck and the gang at 217 North Main Street in Gordon. And on sale this week at Gordon Superfoods and Ideal Market in Rushville. Bar S Franks for only 99 cents. Hershey's cookies $1.99. Why do we always pull the food ads out late in the evening here? 10-pound tubes of ground beef for only $2.19 a pound. Superfoods is located on Highway 20 in Gordon and Ideal Market on Highway 20 in Rushville. Both of them open 7 days a week for your shopping convenience. See Hub International for all of your home, auto, farm, ranch, and crop insurance needs. You can stop and see Jeff at the office at 402 2nd Street. I think that's probably East 2nd Street in Rushville, right on Highway 20. Open Range Beef in Gordon is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and our community. And finally, whether your tooth was knocked out going up for a layup or you chipped it while eating stadium popcorn, head on down to see Dr. Robert Ferguson and his excellent staff at Gordon Dental for all of your dental health needs, and he will gently fix you right up. Back to fourth quarter action now. Corby Campbell drives in, lays it up, and good for 2 more. 69-22. Realize I didn't update the scoreboard, and we are in the fourth quarter. We'll do that the first opportunity that we have here. Schaffo across to Planansky. Mustangs back into the zone. Schaffo high off the glass. That's no good. And rebounded by Nelson. Mustangs on the run. Corby Campbell lays it up and good for 2 more. Taken away by Schwarting this time. Schwarting absorbs the contact, lays it up, count the basket, and 1. I think we've got our scoreboard fixed. There we go. Should make it 73, I believe. I don't think I put those up. We didn't. 73-21. See if we can convince the scoreboard to play along with us here. 73-22. Free throw is good by Schwarting. Six minutes and 8 seconds left to go. Clock running. 74-22. Mustangs handily out in front here. Trent Reed sets it up. Across to Schiaffo, back to Reed. Reed guarded closely by Hinn. And now Jacob Roberts back into the game. Feeds it down low for Schiaffo. Nobody there, trying to find somebody with a green jersey to go to, but kicked out of bounds by the Mustangs. It'll stay with the Hawks. Reed gets it into Wolken. They'll swing it around to Roberts. Back to the corner and taken away by Hinn on the high pass. Bolender gathers that in. Nearly a great finish that time, and then Logan Dexter gonna be called for coming over the back on that rebound attempt. Five minutes left to go, fourth quarter. Reed hands it back to Schiaffo. He'll go to work against Bolender. That is the second foul on Logan Dexter. Schiaffo backs it back out, resets the offense. Now he's picked up his dribble and then through the hands of Reed. They get it back to Reed on the wing. Reed over the top to Schiaffo, loses the handle, gets it back. Roberts with the shot, won't fall. Offensive rebound, back out to Roberts. Again won't fall. Coy Wolken with a couple of offensive rebounds on that exchange. Now Mulcahy down the floor. Cross-court pass to Bolender. 4:20 to go. Back to Mulcahy. Bolender flips it out or tries to, taken away by Reed. Reed tracked down by Carson Hinn. He is fouled. Count the basket and 1. Carson Hinn with 3. 74-24. Now Andrew Black Elk Justin Franzen into the game. And Mulcahy will come out. Reed's free throw rattles out, no good. Bolender down the far side with it. 3:35 to go. Franzen tries to feed it inside, but that's kicked by Schaffo. It'll stay with the Mustangs. Clock still runs under 3:30. And now a substitution here as Schaffo comes out. Planansky back into the Haysprings Hawk lineup. Blackout tried to get it into Fisher. They can't make the exchange. We got a traveling call. Stays with the Mustangs. Inadvertent horn by the scorer's table, and so play resumes here with 3 minutes to go. Bolender into the corner for Blackout. High arcing three-point attempt won't fall. Rebound battled for and won by Reed. Gets it to Planansky, and he'll bring it up the floor in a hurry. 2:45 to go, fourth quarter. Planansky on the dribble. Now he'll peel it back out, picks up his dribble, finds Caleb Marks, directs a little traffic, works against Dexter. Now Reed, guarded by Franzen. Reed trying to find somewhere to go. Haysprings completely out of sync offensively. Now they try to get reset. That one's going to be nearly taken away. Reed gets it back, kicks it out. Planansky for three, won't go, but Wolken with another offensive rebound. Wolken brings it around to the top of the key. Free throw line and out to Reed. Reed loses it, picked up by Franzen with 2 minutes to go. Ahead to Blackout, and he is going to be fouled by Caleb Marks on the floor. .145 to go. Again, that clock continues to run. 74-24. Blackout gets it into Dexter. Bolender on the wing. High post for Fisher. Tried to feed it down low for Logan Dexter, cutting to the basket, but again, kicked out of bounds. Mustang basketball. Under 1:20 to go. And now 4 fresh subs for Haysprings come into the game. It's Jonathan Toof, Schiaffo, Jace Langford. Try to see who the fourth one was. Franzen into the corner for Bolender. Three-pointer, good! 77-24, under 50 seconds to go. Tony Toof out near the half-court line, and that one's lost out of bounds by Jonathan Toof. Mustang basketball. This one winding down. The Mustangs will go to 10-2 on the season, into double digits in the win column. Into the corner for Fisher, pulls the trigger in a hurry, misses everything. Tipped out to Blackout, 21 seconds to go. He pulls the trigger, that won't fall. Mustangs try to save it back in, but can't do it. It'll be Haysprings basketball. Clock running now under 12. Schaffo brings it up, crosses the timeline in a hurry. Drives all the way in, and he is going to be fouled. And that's where that'll be the end of regulation. Will they have him shoot the free throws? They'll say no, they won't. That'll be the final score, 77-24. And if I thought we had anywhere close to accurate totals, I'd feel better about this, but we'll give you what we have, what I know for sure. Corbin Bailey with 4 points, Dylan Schwarting with 6, Brady Bolender with 7. Again, these are all unofficial, and I know that we missed several during our technical outage there. Corby Campbell, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17 points at least for Campbell. Carson Hinn with 2, Trace Bagan with 4, Jared Nelson with 24 at least, and Cade Fisher with 4. For Haysprings, Trent Reed with 11. Brody Klanansky with 1. Jonathan Toof with 3 is all that I have for the Hay-Springs Hawks. So we missed a whole bundle. Hay-Springs did have kind of a nice little run towards the end of that first half where they put some points on the board. And my apologies for not being able to keep track of that as we were trying to get things, trying to right the ship. So the girls game, Mustangs emerged victorious, final score 70-31. And in the boys game, final score 77-24. Thanks for joining us. We hope that you'll be with us on Tuesday night from Alliance, the Mustangs and the Alliance Bulldogs, and that is sure to be a good one from Alliance. Check the school's website to be sure on the time. And we hope to see you next Tuesday. Thanks for joining us here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net.